I wanted to talk today about the relationship with your parents. I hope that whoever has had a difficult relationship with their parents will resonate with this. I never thought I would make this video, and I always hope my relationship with my parents would be the best, but here we are, and I want to share some of my thoughts on it. And I'm not talking, oh my god, my voice. And I'm not talking about the usual complicated relationships with the parents that we often have as teenagers. Those happen those happen to most of us for different reasons. I'm talking about deeply complicated, heartbreaking relationships you might have had with your parents growing up and maybe still have, no matter how old you are right now. The relationship with your parents or caregivers is so important because it shapes you, how you show up in the world, how you interact with others, the choices you make, even the morals you carry. These relationships often become the model you unconsciously copy and live by. I wish more people were aware of how powerful that influence is. And I also wish unconditional parenting were more common. And I'm not talking about gentle parenting. Unconditional parenting is so different from that. Um, so I've been in that situation where I didn't always have the best relationship with my parents. And it was a very difficult experience for me and very heartbreaking experience. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try, things just cannot change or be different. No matter no matter how hard you try, you can force it. No matter how badly you want to fix things, sometimes you have to accept the situations for what it is and make peace with it. There were moments I wished things were different, moments I wished I had said this instead of that, or that the other person would have understood me differently, but life doesn't work like that. The hardest part is probably letting go of trying to change the person or constantly wishing the situation were different. That understanding only comes with time, growth, and a lot of inner work. Healing from these painful experiences often comes with mental and emotional maturity. And it doesn't matter whether you decide to talk to that person or not, understanding why they are the way they are is the first step toward forgiving and freeing yourself a little more. Because there is always a reason behind certain behaviors. Gaining that awareness helps you step out of a victim mentality. You start to see, okay, maybe this happened because of that. And then notice how you might be repeating the same patterns. And you can decide that you don't want to repeat them, that you are not a victim of your circumstances and you can do things differently. And I say all of this, and I understand that it's very complicated because it wasn't always easy for me. There were moments I wanted to blame, moments of rage where things felt so unfair, moments where I was deep in my ego with zero compassion. And I thought I would never speak to that person again, or that I could never truly forgive. All those things are valid, and they all have their place. In the end, only you can decide what you'll do next in these relationships. If you want to build a healthier relationships, and if that's something you truly crave, maybe it's possible, but it depends on the situation, and you are the only one who can decide whether you want to try to make those relationships work. The first step is to heal yourself and make peace with things as they are. It's not your job to parent them or to change them because you are not their parent. Um, Setting healthy boundaries is essential. I want to say essential. Essential, even if it makes you feel mean or cold. And you're gonna feel guilty for sure when you set boundaries, no matter with who you set boundaries with. You're always gonna feel guilty if you used to people please a lot. So, and sometimes you have to accept that reconnecting or building a new relationship with them might never work. And accept that, even if it's the most painful thing ever. Here are a few things that can help. Try to know them, understand them, and be curious about what they like or what they enjoyed as children. Take them out to do something they might enjoy. For example, if your mom loves cooking, maybe get her kitchen gadget or cook together. Consult with a professional, like a therapist, about how to have healthier adult relationships with your parents so it doesn't become unbalanced or feel like you are their parent. Give yourself space. I'm not saying you have to go completely no contact. And I know there is a lot of no contact right now, and I know there is different situations, so I'm not comparing anything to mine. There's different people, different situations. For me, there will no matter what happened, but I wanted to, even if it was hard, and there were moments like I was thinking like, oh, I'm not speaking to that person ever again. It was important to me anyways to build to have these connections with them, and I wanted to have healthy relationship with them. Um, so like I talked about no contact, but just taking a step back uh, to reflect, and it's not about non-contact, can be really helpful. Having a space, um, having your own space can really help and can make your relationships better. So yeah, I know it's a hard topic. I still have moments when I get angry or can't or don't want to really understand why things are the way they are, or when I desperately want to change something. But I found a huge sense of peace in acceptance, healing, and focusing on myself. So I hope this resonates just a little bit with maybe someone and you feel seen and heard. And yeah, I hope it helps you in some kind of way.